Okay, guys, I'm going to go through this next question here. Hopefully you took the time to actually go through it. I know it may have seemed like a lot. We would be going into more detail, in all honesty, about this stuff, but seeing as we're in the situation in which we are, that will not be the case. Okay, so a lawn has a length represented by x minus 1 and a width, x plus 3. The area of the lawn is 96 meters squared. Determine the expression that represents the area of the lawn. Okay, it has a length represented by x minus 1. Okay, there's my length. And a width of x plus 3. Ooh. The area of the lawn is 96 meters squared. So it just says determine the expression that represents the area of the lawn. Okay. So we know area is equal to length times width. Well, area is 96. Length is x minus 1. My width is x plus 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve for this side first. How do we solve? FOIL. So remember, first, outside, inside, last. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is plus 3x. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Collect like terms. X squared plus 2x minus 3. Remember, it's like there's a 1 here. And because they're like terms, we're just essentially doing 3 minus 1. So, can't forget this 96 over here. It has to equal 0. So, how do I get 96 to 0? Subtract 96. Left side, right side. So, those two cross out. That gives me 0 is equal to x squared plus 2x. Now I have to collect like terms again between these two guys. Negative 3 minus 96, put it into your calculator, is negative 99. And that is the expression for the lawn. Determine the expression. That's this right here. Very Halloween-y. Ooh. Now it says determine the length and the width. So this is going back to what we're doing the last question we did. So we have to factor this. What does this mean? AKA, also known as factor it. So, let's get our equation. Two numbers that multiply to this and add to this. Okay, so what's our side note? Our B is positive, our C is negative. I know you can see all my selfies, whatever. Now I can't remember because I got distracted by my selfies. B is positive. C is negative. We haven't been to the side yet. B is positive. C is negative. So the bigger term is positive, the smaller term is negative. So Big is positive, small is negative. Okay. Let's do it. Multiples of negative 99. There isn't many. Told you. 3. 1 and 99, 3 and 33, and 9 and 11. 1 and 99, 3 and 33, 9 and 11. Go to our note. The bigger number is positive. The smaller number is negative. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So, let's add them up. Negative 1 plus 99 is 98. That's not 2. Negative 3 plus 33 is 30. That's not 2. Process of elimination. Negative 9 plus 11 is 2. So those are my numbers. Okay, so remember it says find your length and width. We got to solve for x. Because once we solve for x, we can do the other two. So we make these equal to 0. So x minus 9 is equal to 0. X plus 11 is equal to 0. We solve. Plus 9, minus 11, minus 11. Cross, 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 cross. X is equal to 9. X is equal to minus 11. So, do we have a width? Now let's just start it off. Which one makes more sense? Could we have a width of 9? Or could we have a width of negative 11? Right. We can't have a width of negative 11. That makes no sense. So, our x is going to equal 9. Now, if we go back, our length is x minus 1. So, I'm going to plug that 9 in. 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. So that's my length. And whatever the units are, I can't remember. My width, what is it, x plus 3? Again, 9 goes in here. Can only have one x. I did purple because of purple up here. So, my length is 8 and my width is 12. Do it really quick. What's 8 times 12? 8 times 12 is 96. Let's look at the original equation. The area of the lawn is 96 meters squared. So we are right. Okay? I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot. Just take your time through it. It's actually not that hard. You just have to practice.